Hello YouTubers and all those happen to watch. Hope you guys are all doing pretty fantastic. So okay, this is going to be a new gen backlog tag. Backlog means that games you have never completed yet, that you do own, that you never got around to actually beating at all. Now, alright, I have an ample stack here of some games I've really not have got around to finishing yet, and stuff I kind of play it for a while, get into it, and I just sort of get sidetracked because some other game comes out, or it's just, it gets overwhelming, alright, because I'm just, again, you have so much to do, you're just scattic about it. So, okay, let's start off with the first game I've yet to finish yet, but yet I enjoy thoroughly. And this game is Dantes Inferno. Now, this is a Devil May Cry meets God of War clone. It has a very adultish themed setting to it. It's based off that poem/novel, little short story there. But Dante's Inferno, I consider it really awesome. It's great. At the same time, you don't want the kids in the room to play it, kind of thing. But again, I bought it, played it, thought it was great, and never got around to finishing it. So that's the first game I have not completed yet, Dante's Inferno. Gotta figure out where the heck I'm gonna put. I'll put that in. Oh no, I ain't putting that there. Woo. Put that right there. All right. So the next one is. Now, I don't hate the game per se, I just don't like some of the physics of it, or some of the mechanics behind it. And that game is Medal of Honor for the PS3 here. Now, I don't hate the game. I think the multiplayer has a lot of potential behind it. I enjoyed some of the things about the multiplayer. At the same time, I hate a lot of the multiplayer, and I just do not really care for the single player. It just bores the shit out of me, that kind of thing. But again, there's a lot of bullshit behind some of the multiplayer. Like, for example, a submachine gun shoot further than a freaking sniper rifle in this game. So people go, well, it's just you shoot a sniper rifle, the bullet goes. I don't care. It's a video game. I want the bullet to go straight and kill somebody. Again, it's just some of these physics and some of these things that add up to the game doesn't make it very fun. It makes it more frustrating than amazing or potentially fantastic. It's a good game. Multiplayer, I usually just play it just for that, and it's okay. It doesn't keep my attention that long, but I have to somehow beat the single player at some point, just for the sake of beating it. The next game I do enjoy thoroughly. I like the hell out of this game. I got this really cheap beforehand, but this is X-Men Origins Wolverine. Oh my god, this game is fantastic. Again, it's based off the movie of Wolverine. And, great violence, fantastic, great gameplay. Just never got around to beating it yet. I got to one point, I just stopped playing it. It wasn't because I was stuck, I just kind of got sidetracked. But again, fantastic game. Really weird, too, for licensed video games like that, too. This game I don't really like too much. It is not a horrible game. It is not. It's just, I mean, some people are probably going to say, well, it's because of the difficulty, because you got to figure it out on your own. That's kind of it. At the same time, it's just my brain can't process all of it at once. It's not a bad game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just can't get into it too much. And that's Vanilla Nights. Again, it is a lot of potential behind it, and you probably will enjoy it. It's just... It's made by Marvelous Entertainment USA, which is this company's well known for a lot of their cult classic RPGs and all that nature. But again, I don't hate the game. I just my attention span don't last very long with it. Next one I have yet to truly finish. I do recommend it to a lot of people. Some people think that the gameplay kind of expires after a while, and it kind of does to a point, but it isn't a bad game at all. It's still fun to me. Multiplayer kind of sucks, it's laggy as hell, but this game is Bulletstorm. I picked this up a while back, and I just like the gameplay overall. I just think it's really fun, and it's static, and it brings back that corridor shooter thing you remember from back in the day, with Doom and all that. It just brings that back, and it makes it enjoyable again. I felt so anyway. A lot of fun weapons you can use. You can only use 2 at a time, but you can upgrade them as you progress. It's just a fun game. I just gotta truly sit down and finish it. Next game I just picked up recently. The game has really broken controls. And I don't think it's a bad idea. The concept's fantastic. I like some of the storylines so far of what I've looked at, and that is Alone in the Dark. I just picked this up very recently. And, gosh, this game had huge potential when it first came out. Now I just kind of shake my fucking head at it, and I mean, I don't hate it. I'll try to get over the like the gameplay mechanics and all that. I'll try my best, but I can't make any promises. But I have to finish it though. It's just my thing. I want to beat it. Next one here is another fantastic game. I just never got around to truly finishing it, and that's kind of shocking because I did finish the PlayStation 1 version of this one, and that is Kelowna. A great Wii game. I mean, if you own a Wii, you owe it to yourself to beat and play this game. It's great. I just have not got a time or just never got around to fully playing and beating it on this version of it, of this port rather. Great game though. Pick it up. And this one, you'd be surprised. I mean, I own it for this long. I played some of it. I just never got around to actually fully sitting down and catering to it. It wasn't the controls I totally hated, though I don't like them truly that much, but it is Super Mario Galaxy 2. It's a great game. It's a fantastic Mario game. I'm not going to rule that out ever. I think that it did an originality complex with the first game that came out, and it took it to that whole new height. I mean, again, gosh, it's just the game. I just didn't keep my attention that long. And again, it was not a bad experience. It's just because I was playing other games at the time too. So I played some of it and was like, all right, man. And I kind of put some else in the tray and played that instead. But again, it's not a bad game by no means. This game, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I should have played it fully because I loved it, and that was Red Steel 2. And this one included the Motion Plus. You see the box around here somewhere, and I put it somewhere in some part of my room. But the box is over there somewhere. I think it's probably over there, most likely. Yeah, I see it. Never mind. But Red Steel 2, oh, it's one of the reasons to own a Wii, I think. If you like mature rated games, controls are spot on, really fun. Next game, it just, because the storyline was just too overwhelming, I don't think that's why I didn't finish it, because I just got bored. But it's just a great presentation. It's just I cannot focus on it too long because it's like a lot. It's like one of those type of movies you watch and you don't fully watch it through because you just get sick and tired of all the dialogue. And that's this game right here. This is the culprit. Metal Gear Solid 4. It is a staple of the PS 4. I just said 4, didn't I? Because I just looked at the box just now. The PS3. But again, it is by no means a bad game. It's just the storyline's overwhelming at times, and I have to sit down and really play it and beat it. It's just, boy. Next game is something. It's a twitch shooter, so to speak, and it involves, the little rail shooting and all that greatness. It involves some FPS elements too. But that game is Time Crisis 4. It's because I don't own the actual gun with this. I think that's why I never sat down and truly played it. I tried using the that hunting game I played. But I tried to use that gun with it. It didn't work. I was stupid enough to think that was actually gonna work. But I'm gonna have to try to find the actual gun for this game somewhere in the wild or somewhere in the world, and hopefully get to fully play this game because I love rail shooters. That's one of my favorite things to play. I mean, that's just one of my die-hard favorite things next to puzzle platformers. Call me casual, rub my nipples. But anyway, moving on. Now, this game had the potential to kill Call of Duty, I felt. It really did, but it fell dramatically short. It was something that the multiplayer is good. It's not great. It kind of gets, frantic after a while, meaning it just doesn't add up as much anymore, but brink. It had huge potential behind this game. It really did. I mean, a lot of people would even say that who dislike it a lot. They would even say, yes, it had potential, but it sucked. And I could see some of that. At the same time, I could see it still has that charm in there that I like from most team-based shooters and objectives in it. That's why I like it. I like objective shooters. That helps you and makes people work together as a team, but sadly, again, it wasn't the greatest experience in the world, but it's still fun to me. I have a couple here. Next here is Crave Barker's Jericho. I just never got around to beating it. I don't think it's a bad game. I just never finished it yet. The next one is The Last Remnant. A lot of bog down, a lot of slow down in this game, and just the storyline, I don't know what it is. I just don't truly love it. It's a good game. It's just, I can't get into it too much. Have to complete it, though. That's the other thing, too. Grabbing a couple more. Yes, this list is quite vicious. Fairytale fights. Every once in a while, I'll find myself playing it. I like the comedic humor to it. It's really great. At the same time, I just never get around to finishing it. And I don't know why. I think it's a great game, but I don't know. Next one is Cursed Mountain. I always recommend this game as a hidden gem. I just never got around to finishing it. It's a lot like a Resident Evil game. It has that great atmosphere, the music and the setting. It just scares the shit out of you. Some people would say that the controls kind of are antsy at first, but I got the Wii Motion Plus, and it kind of actually fixed that problem a lot of people are mentioning in the game. It just has a really great atmosphere to this title, and I think it's going to be one of those like real sought-after games after a while. Next game here, which I just do not like. I mean, it was just one of those type of things you just go, kind of thing. And that was Sonic the Black Knight. I just said the dark. I don't know why. Probably nipples. But yeah, just don't like it that much. I don't mind them using the character to try to be more original with the namesake, but it was just to me too much of a gimmick to hold my attention for. The controls I wasn't really in love with either. I mean, some people probably disagree, say, oh, the controls are great, you're just bad at the game. And it's just like, no, it's just too much of a damn running rail shooter kind of thing. And it just doesn't... I like rail shooters, but it's just that. Just... oof. It was rough. But, alright. Next game here, which is actually another game I actually did like the first one, even though it was buggy as hell. And everybody knows it's buggy, simply because the game was ahead of its time for the style and gameplay and mechanics and all that, and it's just a really revolutionary style game for its time, including now. And the first game of this, which was the Force Unleashed, Force Unleashed 2 I never finished yet. I don't hate the game, I love it. I like how they approached it with this whole freedom of use thing, and it's just great. I just never got around to finishing this one. I don't know what it is. Couple more. The Saboteur! Saboteur is a fantastic sandbox game. It has a lot of stuff to do. I mean, a lot of stuff to do. I got a copy from my friend Mystery. She likes it. I don't think me or her ever really sat down and finished the game yet. Not a bad game, and just kind of overwhelming for me, I think it was. But next one here is Stranglehold. My friend James played this on easy mode, not giving a fuck, and enjoyed it. But I played this game mostly on the normal setting, and it's really a balls-to-the-walls fun game. It's great. I really recommend this game if you were to like those type of games. Especially John Woo in there. Oh, that man makes me want to take my shirt off. But anyway, next game I got here is Quantum Theory. Quantum Theory is like Gears of War. Has a couple interesting elements to it. A lot of people enjoyed it. It's just some things about it I just couldn't truly love like I liked Gears of War. I mean, it's interesting for what it is. The concept's great. Just never got around to finishing it. I don't know what it is about this one either. This one's a lot of people praise this one, and I got up to Mexico in Red Dead Redemption and just never, I put it down after that. I don't know what the hell happened. I got into Mexico, I was like, alright, time to go. And that was it. I mean, I gotta sit down and beat the storyline. I was gonna get Undead Nightmare after I beat this one, of course. These last little stack here. And let's break this down in summary. Metroid the Other M, it is ass. It's broken and ass. A lot of people like it. That's fine. You can love it if you love the Metroid series, but I don't like it. It just is not that great. I want to slam it into a wall now just for mentioning this game. Rip my mouth a little bit, but again, if you dislike me saying I dislike this game, it's my opinion. If you love the game, it doesn't mean you can not play it. But, alright. Twilight Princess. Great game. I want rather play the GameCube version. I have the Wii version here because it was like the most affordable version I found around. I got used to the controls after a while, but I still don't like the force mechanics in this game. It's like whee, just going like 5 million miles per hour. When I was playing the GameCube version, it was like this with the Wii. The controls were like whee. I was moving steadily. It was actually going at a good pace. This, it was just the sensitivity got turned up to what the fuck mode, and it was like, woo! Just all over the place. Great game, though. Recommend it. Dragon Age Origins, I played it for a while, and I just put it down, and that was that. It was a great, a lot of people praise it for a lot of the dwarf sex going on in this game, but, I mean, when it comes to dwarf sex, it's just required taste, I mean, after a while, you see two bros getting together and finessing each other around a campfire. That's when you stop playing. Isn't I'm homophobic? It's just seeing two little dwarf men making out is just... I'm putting that down as quickly as possible because now it's bringing back those bad memories of watching that on YouTube. I need a cold shower after that. I had to wipe that out of my brain. BioShock 2. Same goes for BioShock 1, but I actually own that one digitally. But BioShock 2, it has a fantastic atmosphere. It has great gameplay, just never finished it yet. Multiplayer is good. I like the multiplayer. It's a nice little Twitch shooter. A lot of people still play that online. It's good. It's not amazing, but it's good. The last one is Nier, which I'm disappointed in myself for not finishing this one truly. Nier is great. It's a hack and slash RPG style game. But again, I have to sit down and really play the rest of these games and beat them. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully can provide your own video responses and sharing all the games you have not finished yet. We're all should be ashamed of ourselves, but at the end of the day, eventually we'll get to it, right?